from here. So, hello everybody. Welcome to our Blocklike tight panel. And I am your host, Julie Chen, who is also the PR manager at A&T Capital. It is such a great honor for me to host another Blocklike panel again. And I'm so happy to have all the outstanding guests and speakers here to join us to talk about the topic, which is Web3 Rebuild the Music Wave for today. So how's everybody doing?
Hi, doing great, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too. And I've heard like things we are like separating all around the world. So yeah, let's better just start the topic as soon as possible so everybody can maybe go to work or go to sleep. Okay, so for today's panel, Blocklike has invited 6 Web3 builders to talk about Web3 music. They are Alex from Melody. Hello.
Oh, hi everyone. This is Alex from Melody.
Yeah. And Juliet from Gamefi World. Cartix from Melody. Yeah. Niclas from Rocki. Marz from Voice Street, and Chen from A&T Capital. So before we start, we can have a time to briefly introduce yourself and your company one by one. So first, Alex, hello.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm Alex. I'm from Melody as a CEO. Yeah, Melody is a Web3 music platform that we are building a platform that for everyone to mint their own NFT work for their all kinds of voices, music, and people can enjoy singing music through our platform currently, and we are in internal test stage currently, and our product will be launched soon in next few days. So looking forward to see our new users to our platform. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, I'm also a big fan of music and have heard of Melody for a long time. I really wish the launch would be like successful and sound. All right, so next, hello, Juliet from Gamefi World.
Hello. So I'm a speaker from Gamefi World. So actually it creates an open communication platform for developers and players China game world. It has a strong community of players. Also, we can select suitable projects to find alpha opportunities for investors.
Great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the further talk to further know about Gamefi World again, and thank you. And Cartix, hello.
Hello, I'm Cartix from Melody, and of course I'm here to support Alex. Yeah, so I'm the global growth manager from Melody, so hope to have a great time with you guys.
Okay, hello. Me and Cartix know long each other, but I didn't know you. You have such a British or Australian accent. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and and Anna from Voice Street. Hello.
Hi, how are you guys? This is Anna from Voice Street. I'm part of the marketing team. Voice Street is a lab dedicated to bringing music to Web3. We have built some on-chain infrastructures for musicians, and we hope to leverage the value of music with blockchain technology and solve problems some problems like a single monetization way of music, And based on that, now we have developed our products like music NFT platform, metaverse concerts, virtual live house, etc. Thank you.
Great, great. Looking forward to the further conversation. And I'm not sure, is the X-Carbon network the new speaker or just from Cabin BC that we can skip? But never mind. Let's first introduce Chen at A&T Capital. Hello.
Hello, this is Chen from A&T Capital, and I'm an investor. And today I will more share my opinion from an investor's perspective. And so I'm glad to chat with other speakers to communicate about this topic.
Okay, great. Tran, great to have everyone and great to have you, Tran, especially since we're a colleague. So let me briefly maybe take some seconds to introduce. So we, A&T Capital, is an early to growth stage venture fund for mostly Web3. So we are led by 3 founding partners based out in Berlin, Singapore, and Shanghai, and we are supported by a global dynamic teams. In 2021, we raised 100 million pool of funds. So our portfolios includes Amber Group, Cobol, Infrastone, Consensus, Commonwealth, and so oh yeah. So let's start our topic. Let's get down to our business. Web3 rebuild the music wave. So first of all, I would like to ask the first question is that as a builder and participant of Web3 music track, so I believe every guest has more or less witnessed the rise and development of Web3 music. In your opinion, what is the history of the development of Web3 music and what stage has it been through? What is the current market situation? So please feel free to share your thoughts one by one. Alex, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I can go first. So for me, I'm just talking about some of my personal views. So as a concept of NFT becomes more popular and the infra for NFT becomes mature, Web3 music track embraced a blowout goals in 2021. We have seen a lot of Web3 music projects on the market. But to be honest, I feel like it's still in a very early stage for Web3 music. All of these projects are making different explorations in different directions, such as the new form of singing with Web3, like melody, the new way for IP protection, and the new mechanism to protect musicians benefits, etc. I think these are beneficial trials, but this is in a very early stage. The path will become more clear by taking these explorations. But on the other side, most of users are still crypto users so far on the market. So the users are gradually expanding to traditional users by collaborating with current musicians in different projects. So this is beneficial for the whole Web3 music market. I believe it's a good trend, but still needs more time to grow into our envisioned scenarios. Yeah, that's pretty much about my thoughts. Julia, you are muted, I think.
All right, thank you so much, Alex, for noticing. Yeah, great. What about Anna?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I have like similar thoughts with Alex. With the popularity of NFT and Web3 concept in 2021, actually music has always been like very popular. A year ago, most Web3 music projects are talking about like replacing the Web2 streaming platforms. However, with the increase of users and the development of technology, it changed. We can see that the Web3 music track has become more like diversifying and subdivided. For example, projects that help musicians make NFTs, projects for copyright operation, like some clubs dedicated to serving music fans, etc. So, and at present, Web3 music track is still in the early age, like Alex just said. It is expected that more, like some projects may disappear because of the current bad market situation, while other projects with the like better business logic and cash flow might survive and thrive in the end. And I guess with the development of technology and the continuous change of users' habits, more and more subdivided projects will show up in the future, that's for sure. But all in all, I think it's all these changes just shows that the entire Web3 music track is developing in the right way. That's what I think. Thank you.
That's also a great answer. All right, what about Julia from Gamefi World?
So in my personal opinion, that Web3 is focused on working in an art field without intermediary between clients and between art producers. So that's a great opportunity for lots of listeners, for lots of people who want to get. So I guess Web3 as a special tool for art in this way, which music is. So talking about current market situation, it's changing all the time. I mean that new composers, new needs, and of course technologies, they are so different, and they are trying to be focused on everybody's needs.
Yeah, thank you, Julia. It definitely makes a lot of sense. And what about Cartix?
Yeah, I'm with Alex and Julia, right? Because me personally, like I think personally that Web3 music, Web3 music is, we are all in the path, in the Web3 path. So for the music itself, like we are all listening to music or trying to sing with it every day. But like getting the Web2 users to Web3 is a really difficult thing. So it's not only about the Web3 music, I guess. It's about the whole Web3 market. It's just really hard to get the Web2 users to get in Web3. I don't think is a sole problem for Web3 music. It's about the whole Web3 area, but I believe that with the development of the Web3 technologies, the situation will be bettered afterwards. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Cartix. And I think I have heard a lot about melody these days. So do you want to elaborate more about it? Seems like, today we're talking about Web3 music, especially, and melody is like leading.
Sure, I can briefly tell you the highlights of melody and how you could make earnings and build your own state through a relaxing way. So just what Alex just said in the last question, Melody is currently the most popular Web3 music creator platform and is the most competitive and profitable project. Melody has become the leading project on the track. On our platform, anyone can position themselves well. If you love singing, then you can become a high quality content creator. If you prefer listening, you can find any kind of works you like to listen to. If you want to have some fun and get more economic value, you can get into a karaoke room. There are 3 ways to play in our app: sing, listen, and play karaoke. Users can participate in the game by purchasing our microphones, headphones, and karaoke room NFT. At the same time, you can also follow, like, comment, and reward your favorite works or UGC creators on our platform in the future and get generous income through sing to earn, listen to earn, karaoke to earn, and being rewarded. And we have added community modes in it, which will allow our users to benefit from participating in activities other than just singing. So in addition to ensuring the basic interests of most users, we also provide many other spaces for truly creative and technical users, including recording competitions such as concert and music festivals. And everyday users can be active on this platform, which can create a comprehensive entertainment world. And one thing worth mentioning is you can only get all of these benefits with a Melody NFT, but don't worry, you will have a trial period to experience it before you are decided to have an NFT as a ticket. Yeah, that's all.
All right, that sounds very interesting. And the elaborating part is also, getting me more information about Melody. And I mean, like, later, I think Gamefi World and Voice Street or A&T Capital, if you guys want to elaborate more on your project, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, so Chuan, what's your opinion as an investor on this topic?
Okay, I have to say that most of Web3 music projects focus their story on to shorten the industrial chain of the digital music. Especially those things are related to royalties, because if because the industry of digital music is so long that if you are a music creator, you have some, even if you have tens of thousands play on Spotify, what you gain is maybe it's not more than 1/10 of ETH. So this is the value. This is the not worth what the music creators has done. So use Web3, you can just sell NFT, and so there are more value is allocated to the music creators. And besides, there is also some projects about build the tighter connections between the fans and the music creator. That is also what Web3 can do more better than Web2. And besides, this is the Web3 music is just in its early stage, because even the platform that have most plays is users is no more, it's about just 5 million is audience, right? So you have to see that it's just in early stage from an investor's opinion.
All right, thank you, Chuan. That's also like a very, unique part and unique perspective. So should we move on to the next question to talk more about, the value of NFT in the music market? So as we all know, NFT as one of the most easiest way in attracting users. So far, NFT is widely used in various tracks like Gamefi, DeFi, DAO, and etc. However, there are still many NFTs in the market that has low value or lack of practical use or bring far less expansion to the project. So How can NFTs be valuable in Web3 music products? And how do you think would be the good way to combine NFTs with the market positioning of your projects in an innovative way? Everybody feel free to go first. Anna, do you want to speak first, or Julia?
You can be the
Sure.
first.
Okay.
Anna, speak,
Okay,
please.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Actually, this is a very interesting question because at present, most of the NFT products on the market, whether they are like profile picture avatars or some artwork NFTs, are still in the stage of like digital consumer goods. Maybe the only value of them is like collection. So and this means that NFTs we hold have to like be scarce and has the sense of identity. But for music, it's very different because different from other forms of arts, music naturally needs to be like widespread and appreciated by lots of music fans. And once the music work are released, actually they lost their collectability. For example, for the first time, if a musician released a set of NFT vocals, which might be like very popular, but when he did that for another time, like a second NFT vocals, actually the value of the NFT kind of decreased. So which leads to this kind of NFT projects might be like a one-time hype. So it lacks of long-term development. From our point of view, actually NFT is like a perfect carrier that can be well used in Web3 music projects. With the help of NFT, musicians and Web3 projects can quickly gather fans with the same hobbies and build a community or a DAO easily. Because for NFT, it's very easy to establish a sense of identity. So it's much more suitable than any existing tools in the Web2 world. So for VoiceStraight, our platform actually is serving musicians. We have our own NFT platform and released our some NFT series. For us, what we are considering is to help musicians create more connection with their followers and generates like additional incomes for musicians. For example, our like initial music copyright offering, which is our IMO, we provide a way for musicians to like get support directly from their fans, and it will increase and it will helps with the income distribution because all IMO holders can share the revenue together. So that's our focus. Our NFT focuses on interaction and the benefits. Yeah, that's how we think. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anna. And I feel like the proposal of your A&T and how they interact with the whole ecosystem make the whole ecosystem more, sustainable, because like it benefits not only the users but also the producers and the musicians and the platform itself. Okay, great. Yeah, and what about Julia?
So I'm following the news every day, and I noticed that as NFT is getting more and more popular, so lots of companies, lots of projects can use this as a tool of their development in the market. And I guess due to this diversity, so it's getting more and more widespread. Some NFT can be less valuable than others. And I get the same rule and with the music. but actually music in the best position, I guess. So people like music, and for each music, I guess different listeners can be found. Just people need to develop their skills to have the skill how to sell themselves. And I'm very happy to be in a group of people who are helping who are helping creators. Yes, I'm calling these people even creators in their job. Of course, that's a great way how to get promoted as good commercial. It defines all good market and products. I wanted to say about decent product, but that's art, I guess, and it just needed to be liked by other people. Also, I want to pay great attention for educating other people. So analyzing how NFT works, how different companies are trying to develop it in their work. I face that question, so that most of the people don't know how NFT works and how to cope with that. And I guess by educating people, we can get much more listeners, not only the group that we have now. Thanks.
Thank you, Julia. That's also a very interesting and very impressive. What about Alex or Cartix, if you guys want to speak? Yeah, Alex, you could go first.
Yeah. Actually, as Juliet mentioned in this question, that NFT could be in diverse forms. This is also a reason there are so many NFTs on the market. Maybe they're in a low value or lacking practical uses, or bring far less expansion to the project. So everybody wants to give it a try. So we have so many NFTs, but essentially NFT is useful and widely used in music related projects currently, not only because music itself could be NFT, but also because every musical instrument could be in the form of NFT, and we can easily find other forms of scenarios that we can apply NFT into. So personally, I believe NFT could have a bigger stage and become a versatile util in the Web3 music track. In Melody, we choose microphone as the entity of NFT. People can easily recognize us as a music product from our microphone NFT, and later, Melody will publish headphone NFTs and KTV NFTs. You can play in different ways with different NFTs and enjoy a totally new experience. And besides, copyright is one of the most important issues when it comes to music. The property of blockchain could solve the IP problems through Web3 naturally. This is also the reason that I believe music would have an even bigger stage in Web3. And so far, Melody has published a microphone NFT. This is a primary and the easiest way to play Melody. Users could enter into sing to earn mode with microphone to explore the possibilities that our microphone NFT could bring about. As I just mentioned, later we will also publish our headphone NFT and KTV NFT, etc. So every kind of NFT has different properties and play mode. So this is how we apply NFT on our platform in Melody. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I think that's a really great add-on on this question. Also, Cartix, do you have other things to add on?
Yeah, I think Alex pretty much covered all of the contents that I want to say. And yes, I think we know music is characterized as art. So I think art NFT, the most important thing about the art NFT is the copyright. So I believe that the music NFT itself can be easily spread. Because unlike Gamefi, some of the Gamefi projects that you need to really know about how to play the game, so you can't buy an NFT that you need to upgrade or something. But basically, you need to really understand how to play the games. Then you can go on to get an NFT. But in the music kind of NFT, because I think every one of us that we have been listening to music or involving in music every day. So there is no extra learning to get to know about all this NFT, because microphones and headphones, this kind of things that we would experience every day in our life. So I think that's my compliment. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, Cartix. And let's move on to Chen.
Okay. I think music itself can be an NFT. From the music creators' perspective, it's just certification of property and copyright. And from the user perspective, it can be duplicated and in another form. And so it can be a certification of the buyer, the certification of the fan of the music creator. And besides, it can, in specific scenarios, there can also you can make the music instrument, you can make the microphones, you can make this into NFTs and use them as a component of your product. So this can all be some this can also be some things that can be categorized into NFT, but I would say that the music itself is the main focus.
All right, that's also a very good point. Thank you again, Tron, and the previous speakers. So let's move on to the next question, to more talking about, about the users and the interaction with the platform. So what features should Web3 music projects focus on, and what kind of Web3 music products do users and the market need? And how do you seize attention of music of the users in the music market? So for this question, you can share your thoughts either from the perspective of a Web3 music builder or just a normal user. Alex, do you want to start first?
Yeah. Actually, as I mentioned before, different projects are trying to explore in different directions and possibilities. So if I have to say some specific applications, I would say don't just concentrate on some limited directions. We need more projects to explore in this field. And for us, we are trying to explore the possibility of thing and to acquire more users from different fields, like currently Web3 users and our traditional Web2 users. And our users could be musicians and could also be just our normal people. And so we are trying to let everyone have the opportunity to mint their own NFT and to record their own voice and use NFT as their own assets or in different forms to memorize something or even protect something. So that's what Melody exploring. But I believe other projects are trying to explore the different possibilities in other directions, like protecting musicians' copyrights and help musicians to get more benefits instead of what they did in traditional ways. And speaking of the requirement for the market or users, what they want for Web3, to be honest, it's unclear for us and unclear for users. So I believe this is a challenge, but also an opportunities for us to build something new that is totally different from Web2 applications. This is the way for us to innovate new products, to bring new products for our users, to let them know what they can do with these products instead of just from what they need. So this is also a new way for us to think about how to build a product. And about how to acquire the attention from users and markets. I believe actually Melody is trying to collaborate with artists or some superstars to use fan power to attract more users into our platform. So musicians and artists are a good way for us to attract their existing fans, and this is our way. But I believe other projects has their own way to acquire new users from not only from Web3 but also from traditional Web2 applications. And no matter which one, I believe all of them are beneficial for the whole market, and they will become the new source of users for all the Web3 music applications. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That is such a great point. As a project, I think the most important thing is to not only first to attract more users to get in the project, but in the long term to benefit more users so they would like to stay and to empower them, so ultimately they will have more value on the projects to keep it more sustainable and successful. Thank you, Alex. Great sharing. And Julia, do you want to share?
Yes, I have some ideas on this point. So I don't want to repeat others' ideas of Alex. I want to concentrate on other thing, which is so important for creators, for musicians, and for all people who want to use it as an art platform. I'm talking about healthy relations in it. So Web3 music suggest our platform, and people, creators, and so on mustn't be abused in any cases. So in my ideal view, so people who are interested, they need to support their creators. So maybe moderators could go in through their comments and delete some of them in the most quickest way. Also, I wanted to say about data security for both of these sites, and for clients and for creators, but that's not a problem only for Web3 music. That's about more the internet's problem. Yeah, and just maybe creating some new algorithm that could help people. Also, I reckon that when we face with the diversities of taste, which I really like it, there is no unique way how to promote themselves in the market, especially on the internet. But actually, in the basis, some rules which in a real market works we can take and introduce on the internet and on Web3 music. And by the time so lots of people, lots of needs, lots of tests and creators, people who have these people to be promoted, they will find a good and healthy interaction with their audience and how to promote that and seize attention in the most perspective way. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And yeah, I totally agree. It's definitely important to seize different tastes of the users. Yeah, and what about Anna?
Yeah, actually, from my point of view, Web3, the biggest change Web3 bringing to a music industry is that it made Kevin Kelly's 1,002 fan theory possible for the first time, because in short, the series that the musicians don't need millions of fans or followers to make a living. 1,000 real fans is good enough. So Web3 music projects and blockchain technology made it possible, because it's easy for a musician to attract thousands of fans with his music works. But in Web2, because the process of releasing a song is very costly, and as Chen mentioned before, the revenue the income distribution is quite unfair, because normally the publishers and stream platforms take the main income. For musicians, maybe they can only get like 10 to 15% of the total revenue. So we believe that users and market what they really needs, it's not some like celebrity endorsement projects in the short term, but real Web3 music projects should be like meet more needs of musicians and fans. We believe that Web3 music products in the following two directions will be favored in the future in the market. First is those who help musicians respond and distribute revenue more efficiently and convenience. And another direction is to help musicians by providing like customized products and service, so they can keep their private traffic, and creators can collaborate with their fans and create like greater value together. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Great point. And what about Chen?
Okay, and for general Web3 music projects, there are two kinds of users. One kind of user is the singer or musicians. To attract them, their join on Web3 music is very important, because if there are no music in the platform, then there would be any listeners, right? So to attract singer or musicians, you must to make the value, may offer generous value distribution to them. Like maybe you can just take 10% or maybe even 5%, or things like that, and then make the larger amount of the empty sales to the musicians. But the thing is not that easy, because the Web2 music, digital music royalties are very complex in the current stage, and for even us, even for one single music, there may be maybe the music creators, and maybe the lyric writer, and maybe the singer, they have different kind of the royalties, and they are monopolized by Web2 music giants. So it is not easy to attract famous Web2 singers into Web3 because of this issue. And if one product can solve this issue, then it can be it will be great. And if we just attract the newcomers or new musicians, maybe the music is not that good, and some listeners won't want to listen to it. So that's maybe the current problem of the Web3 music product at the time present.
Thank you, Tran. Good point, like that you mentioned about the Web2 music market, that the giants, is like monopolying the whole ecosystem. So I believe that's why we are talking about the Web3 music industry. And I'm so happy to talk about all the builders here today. Your projects really sound promising. And I believe with the other builders, we can make a better future. Cartix, do you want to add on something?
Yeah, so like Melody is kind of in our early stage. So based of the previous experience from like all the good projects before. So in the early stage, I think the music projects need to obtain as many IPs of well-known musicians as possible, and actually only relying on independent musicians cannot attract traffic. Like, no offense, me personally love to listen to all the independent musicians, but yeah, we need some really phenomenal musicians to attract users. Like, although Delphi's research report had pointed out that the sales of Web3 artists in the catalog and the traffic in Spotify do not have the same effect. Twitter followers are probably only a few thousands or so. Most of the singers on the Web3 platform are independent musicians, and also they can't receive early support from collectors. But for most projects, having traffic and IP is the best way to start a project. So in the early stages, independent musician works on platforms without good music resource and operational capabilities can easily become zombie music that no one cares about. With reference to Royal, Emanate, Orders, Opulus, one of the founders or investors of these teams undoubtedly has a strong background in the traditional music industry, and the music resources of the platform are also remarkable, like such as Diplo and the rapper Nas. Now, referring to the outbreak of NFT, although people seem to be more accepting of crypto native things than traditional artworks on the dream, it is undeniable that all these artists before who have made achievements in the field of traditional art NFT works, the hit is still very high to like many art projects. So Melody will be also seeking collaboration with those well-known artists in the future. So stay tuned and keep following our project. Thanks.
Thank you, Cartix, and definitely would do. Shall we move on to the next question? So for the better development of Web3 music, how have projects entered the Web3 music market in different angles? So what role do you or your project play in the industry? And to further move on, what is the current progress of your project and what cooperation opportunities have been obtained? We are very also curious about the future plan of your projects. Yep, feel free to share about your opinion one by one. Julia, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So actually, it's a very tricky and controversial question. But anyway, Gamefi Worlds is connected, of course, is connected with different music. So a lot of gamers know about this fact. But Web3 music right now, I guess, a common spread thing. So we can people can use it in every spheres. And talking about that in the most specific way, I'm not quite sure that I'm good informed, but denying the fact that there is no interaction, I can say so. It exists, but not in the way that I can be aware of this perfectly. So talking about NFT industry and what we do in the market, I guess that for the last year, I guess that we thrived in each spheres. So we started using another platform to for promotion, how to get closer to our audience. And actually it works. Our Telegram chats got much more greater than it, not much more, but they got greater than it used to be. So it consists of 3,000 people. Also, we have lots of, so we have other social media, Telegram, Teletype, Discord, and these new opportunities for us just a way how to touch with the audience, how to work on that all the time. So we try to follow new trends and tendencies, but talking about progress and so on, I don't want to stop on that. We just there are different games. We helped other people to be promoted, and we are not to stop on this. We are following and noticing some difficulties in the modern platforms, in modern market. Also, we have some troubles from economic ways, but actually we follow the tendencies and take something new in it, how to cope with that successfully. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, and good to know about the further, future plan about Gamefi World, and I will definitely keep an eye on it. Alex, do you want to share about Melody?
Yeah, sure. Actually, in music world, I think there are two important parts, two important roles: musicians and the common users. Most of projects are focusing on these two parts in different ways. Currently, we focus on users' part and provide opportunities for indie musicians, common users to realize their dream by publishing their music work. And of course, besides this, every music lover could enjoy their time through our platform in different ways, like some entertainment mode on Melody. At the same time, we are collaborating with some stars about the copyright of their work. So those stars would also be able to get benefits through our platform. And I think this is only our way, and there are, I believe there are more of opportunities out there for different projects, and we need to explore every possibility in Web3, Web3 music. So I'm expecting to see more different perspectives from different projects. And Cartix could introduce more details about Melody's recent progress.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Melody we first used Sing to Earn as a UGC platform for traffic entries. So in the early stage of the project, so in currently, and Melody will be based on Web3 as Gamefi. And in the upcoming stage, Melody will cooperate with mature entertainment companies and MCN in Web2, focusing on SocialFi, emphasizing social activities between people. So for the current project development progress, Melody's app is currently in the closed beta testing stage, and the feedback from the current internal beta users is quite optimistic. So in the near future, we may release an internal test for NFT holders, and finally a public test for all users. Melody hopes that every user who has experienced it can propose their own suggestions to us. So, Klaus, what about the cooperation opportunities? So at present, Melody has obtained cooperation agreements with most of the game guilds and projects in the Web3 world. We hope to attract more people's attention to us through the influence of the game guild. And we also hope to cooperate with other Web3 projects to make Melody's platform become a more blockchain formed to be more blockchain. So our plan is, or we will build a traffic complex platform dedicated to Web3, which is aimed at all Web3 users. We can imagine that in the future, Web3 users can experience AMA activities on the Melody platform and can see the promotional videos and gameplay introductions of various project parties in the streaming channel. And even everyone can upload their own comments on Melody, like hosts or views of other projects. Yeah, I think that's pretty much of it.
Thank you, Alex and Cartix. And I'm like super looking forward to the future or the launch and or the development of Melody. Next, Juliet. Is it Juliet, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I lost connection for some seconds. Could you please repeat the question?
All right. So we are now actually on the last two questions. So the question is about for the better development of the Web3 music. So let's more talk about your projects yourself. So what role do you think your project is playing now in the industry, and what is the current progress and future plan you guys have obtained?
So as we told that it's in an early stage right now, and it's developing all the time. So actually even setting different plans and talking about what we can see in the future, it's not a good idea actually. So we're just observing, analyzing, and set some short-term plans. actually, I watched lots of different speakers who talked about this topic, how it will be, how can it be connected well with blockchain and crypto currency with different smart contracts. And actually, I completely agree with the fact that it just could be the fairest way for artists and for followers that artists and creators can monetize in the most fair way. That's all that I want to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Julia. And I think for this question, we can actually elaborate more on it. Seems like, we have so many great builders today in the panel. And if you guys would like to, you can elaborate more on your projects. So I believe that Gamefi World, Melody, and the Voice Streets are also making a lot of progress, not only for the project itself, but also trying to make more empowerment in the hot industry. So what do you think? You may cooperate with other projects, or what is the future plan or future goal of your project? If you guys want to share about this.
Yeah, sure. So all the time we are in the process of constant collaboration in content development. So we are working with different games that we observe in our channel, so we can follow it and check. Also, we want to plan. So our plans actually are so simple, and you can get something unconventional actually. So each platform we want to get bigger audience. We want to expand our power in NFT way, but these words and these plans, they are so simple for they are common for each project actually. And so observing our channel, just you can get some our analysis of different games, how we work with them. So people who are following us, they can see our feedback. So what do you think about this game? What's bad? What's good? We notice there, and we are that platform that can recommend something and help other people to find their users. So do you have more questions? Some specific ones?
No, not really. We would like to, pass mic to other projects if possible.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And what about Alex, Anna, and Cartix? If you guys want to add on anything about your further development of the project, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. As I mentioned before, actually, VoiceStreet is focusing on serving musicians, but tier 1 musicians is not our target, because as we all know, actually they can get like considerable incomes. We want to help the remaining like 99% of musicians, because those musicians are either like some small musicians have thousands of faithful fans, but not enough to like have the power to bargain with large platforms, or they are some like musicians in very early stage who has great potential. But sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I lost the internet. For those small musicians who have great potential but haven't got lots of funds yet, our music NFT platforms and the music game metaverse can get more marketing resources for them. So far, we have helped 7 musicians from different countries, including K-pop star Kevin Shane, Top 100 DJ 22 Bullets, Pink Panda, Kaka, and the singer Eric Mo, rapper Long Zeyu, etc. And we have successfully launched 7 IMO, which is initial music copyright offering. And in total, there are like around 5,000 participants, I guess. So as for future plan, we are making further attempts in like trying to collaborate with more music labels in specific countries or regions, or have different styles. For example, we are going to collaborate with Most, which is a music labels, Web3 music labels, serves DJs and rappers. Then we are looking forward to explore more ways for to increase the income for our musicians. Yeah, and for this part, we have created our metaverse game Arc of Panda. Musicians will be embodied with a 3D avatars with exclusive DPGU, which you can see my profile picture. DPGU actually are a group of Music Panda NFTs. There are totally 10,000 of them. Only DPGU and their invitees can join our metaverse and game. And the DPGU can get 5% of their invitees' cost in the game as a commission. Oh, by the way, our DPGU referral program is like in full swing now, with some airdrops, like I guess worth 150,000 US dollar of the play to earn music instruments in our Arc of Panda game. So if you are interested, can check our social media for more details. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Anna. And by the way, the NFT looks really amazing. Also as the project plan. So Alex or Cartix, if you guys want to add on more about your project.
Yeah, sure. As Cartix just introduced that we are in an internal tester version. We're in internal tester stage, and our current tester users are our NFT owners, and we are collecting more comments and feedbacks from our current tester users. So we are trying to update our app in our best and faster path to bring our product to the market as soon as possible. Later, we will soon release the product as a public beta version for broader users and get more feedbacks. And we will officially launch the app in recent months. So please looking forward to our launch, and stay tuned for any updates on our Twitter. And currently, the first version is not a full version of our app. We are still trying to add in more features to our app. So we will iterate on our product in the next few versions, and we will also collaborate with famous singers around the world and invite them to join Melody platform and hold a concert in Melody in maybe next few months once our app completed or any the related features. So that's very exciting for us, and our operation team is actively negotiating with some of the entertainment companies and the singers team. Yeah, that's pretty much from me.
All right, thank you, Alex. Definitely, we are excited for the launch and for the further development, and for the first like alpha or beta version. And I gradually and sincerely hope all the projects today that we met in the panel can have a very successful development and become a next big hit in the Web3 music industry. And let's move on to our very last question. Compared with Gamefi and Metaverse, Web3 music is actually still in a relatively early stage. So at the end of 2021 and first half of this year, Web3 music has had a brief burst. So what kind of development will Web3 music be in the next stage? Or what do you think would be the advantage and potential of Web3 music compared with other Web3 concepts? Obviously, when we ask about the advantages and the potential, what do you think would be the barriers or challenges the Web3 music industry would face? Yeah,
I can go
speaking
first. I
all
can
right.
go first if I can. Personally, I think it's a good time for builders to build products. Even it is a so-called bear market or anything, but building a good product takes time. In a bullish market, no matter builders or investors would be disturbed or jammed by various noises and the trend of the market. The bear market would filter out some inferior projects. Only good products would survive and make it. So I'm expecting to see a group of high quality Web3 music projects in the next year or next few months. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are still in a very early age. The vision is still quite unclear for Web3 music, but through the test of the harsh market, the vision might be more clear, and we will find out the best way that could combine music and Web3. So that's my thoughts about the development. Compared to GameFi and SocialFi, Web3 music projects have their own special advantages, which is the extremely high mobility that a musician could bring to their fans and followers through music. When musicians could find a good way to combine IP and crypto project, we would get a groundbreaking growth in non-crypto users. A good example of this is the NBA Top Shot digital player cards that were built by NBA as a non-crypto traditional sports IP, collaborating with Flow team. As for challenges, the number of users might be the biggest problem that all Web3 music projects would face, aside from just waiting for the growth of crypto world population and the investment from different financial funds. The active promotion from music celebrities and institutes might be the main source of the increase of the number of users by orders of magnitude. So I believe this problem would be solved by the time. Yeah, that's all from me.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. Yeah, definitely, we're now facing the bear market, and the music industry in Web3 is still in a very early stage. But I believe with all the promising projects, the future and the whole ecosystem would be get better. And Tran, do you want to add on something about this question?
Yeah, here I would mainly talk about 3 challenges that Web3 music mainly face today. The first is how to introduce more Web2 musicians or singers. Just as I talked about before, the royalty problems is a big problem when you actually want to do something about it. So today the correlations between Web3 musicians and the singer or musicians in Web2 like Spotify, it's very low. They are mainly have very little correlations. So how to introduce more Web2 singers is a big problem remains to be solved. The second challenge is NFT copy or duplication problem. So if you just use music into NFT and send it to the platform, but here the NFT can be the musician's copyright, the certification. But if you just copy the NFT, the music and do some minor twists and re-upload it to the platform, then they can also be your creations. So this is a big problem that today's Web3 music platform faced, and it will largely damage the music creators. So you don't solve their copyright problem. You make the problem even bigger. The third challenge is a tokenomics challenge. So today I observed that most Web3 middle platforms, their token is just a DAO management token, or you can use the token to vote, or it's just you can stake and you can earn from stake. These tokenomics are very weak. So how to you combine your tokens with what you have done in your product? This is also a big challenge for most products.
Thank you so much, Tran. I totally agree. And yeah, it's actually good to have you here. It seems like it's like you're analyzing the whole industry from a different and perspective, and we would like to hear more diverse voices and to discuss more about this with various people. Okay, thank you so much, Tran. And Anna.
Yeah. For me, I think that for now, because of the bear market, only projects like with good business logic and products will survive and thrive in the next bull market. Compared to other artworks, actually, music is more grounded and widespread. So for music Web3 projects, I think similar to Gamefi, that might be easier for us to like attract users at a relatively low cost if we use all the resources and tools correctly. But because the traditional music industry is like highly developed and conservative, so it has a very clear division of labor. So for example, music production, music releasing, copyright operation, etc. It is more difficult to fully understand and change the music industry. So I think the biggest challenge will be like in 2 aspects. The first one is how to find out the existing problems of the music industry and solve it. The second one is how to bring Web2 music fans into Web3. That's what I believe. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Anna. Great point, great point. And Julia?
Yeah, I'm here. So actually, I'd really like others' ideas before, and when you told not the first one at the middle and or close to the end, most of the greatest ideas are told before me. But actually, I wanted to tell about So some challenges that does web music Web3 music phase does have. So I'm talking about, so for it's still so unusual for a big number of people cope with that new thing. So really only some groups of people, of listeners, can be interested in Web3 music and NFT and know how it works. But in this case, I would like to suggest educate people, as I told before, asking another question and just sharing all information. So actually I noticed, so concerning Gamefi world, so there are some tweets actually about current situation and about cryptocurrency and so on, so people can get into this topic step by step. Also, there are different projects that we could notice that people can not only spend time playing games, listening to music, and so on. So there are different. There is a different side of our project that can educate people to get into this topic. But actually, we have lots of information on this field, and it's changing and it's getting bigger and bigger. So it's not so difficult creating such big amount and big number of articles and so on, courses, and just educating people from one side is our goal. How to also get new people into the project, and for every project that we talk here. But it's also a very complicated way how to get the audience, especially audience that didn't had a relevant experience. So that's all that I wanted to say on this topic.
All right, thank you so much, Julia. And I definitely agree that we are still facing a lot of challenges and barriers, but since we are all like building that, I still feel like it's like super promising. Who's next? It's Cartix, right?
Yeah, I think like all of the projects before, like Julia has like mentioned the most of it. And so actually I think it's really hard to like attract users from Web2 to use the Web3 platform. And Web3 users, like the current GameFi Web3 users, is also a difficult thing to attract them to get to use the Web3 platforms, because we all know that Web3, like the Web2 music market, has been taken up a large share of the market, and it's hard to like enlighten the users to change their habits and to get into Web3 platforms, to like to soak them up in the Web3 music concept. Is really a hard thing, but yeah, we are all working on that. Yeah, so that's the thing I want to talk about.
Yep, definitely agree, and thank you, Codex. It's like, you know, we all know, I believe that the projects and investors, you guys definitely know much more about the whole industry and ecosystem. And you guys definitely pointed out a lot of impressive and amazing insights on the industry. And together, I believe that we are making the industry and the ecosystem, you know, to build it more sustainable, and hopefully we can get more attention and more users in. So gradually, I would say maybe we sometimes in the very near future, we can get rid of the Web2 music giants and absolutely freely enjoy the property rights of music and appreciate music on our own. All right, great. So if anyone doesn't have anything to add on, that's actually the great end of our discussion for today. And it's really an awesome discussion. You guys share wonderful and amazing thoughts with us. And I think I personally have a better understanding on Web3 music now and can see the vision of Web3 music more clearly and thoughtfully. Thank you again for all the speakers and guests for today. And how time flies, we have to say bye for now. Let's call it a day. And hopefully today's panel can inspire all of you on the audiences. And I wish you can have a wonderful entertainment or enlightenment when you saw this video. And thank you again for taking your time to be here. Thank you everyone. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Time.